almost perfect. Next time, you'll nail it.
Hey guys, it's been a while. It's been what, 2 weeks? Something like that. Why? Okay, so anyway, let me start off from the beginning. I am Alexis, or Alexicutioner, in the game Yousician. So if you haven't downloaded the Yousician app, which is essentially a guitar learning app, there's a link in the description box below. And basically every week there's a challenge where you get to compete for scores on the scoreboard, and that's what this stream is all about. Well, a little bit of Julian and a little bit of guitar playing too. So I'm going to be breaking down the Yousician weekly challenge, and this week is something about Riddim. What is it? Bring on the Riddim challenge. So that's what I'm going to be doing. But before I get to that, I want to talk about, there are, let's see here, the Song Creator Contest. So basically you can win a guitar. I forgot to put a link in the description for that. I should do that. I'll put a link in the description for the guitar contest, the Songwriter Contest, and you can win a Captain America or Captain America guitar by Chapman. So pretty cool. Who doesn't want a free guitar? Who doesn't want to win a guitar? That's pretty cool. I'd love to win a guitar. I've come close, but never quite. Never quite winning one. So anyway, that's what this is all about. I will talk about the couple of other things that I'll be talking about during the stream. There's been some questions, some user questions, so I'll be addressing those. And even on my YouTube channel, some people have been asking about double stops and whatnot. So I'll be getting to that in a bit. But first, let me get the first song out of the way. If you were curious, what I was just doing there is I was actually figuring out the solo for Fast Machines. So that is not, there's no tab for that in the game at this point. But that's okay. I'll figure that out by ear, and yeah. And off Julian goes. Yeah, I'll figure that out by ear, and I'll probably be doing a video of that at some point. Anyway, so let's try the first easy song, shall we?
gosh, y'all have a good time. Summertime, so we get time. See me? Summertime wicked, and I feel like a stunner. Baby on our side, we secure the honor. When we walk the city streets, it getting warmer. Yeah, let me be your lover. If you ain't got no plans, I could be your wedding planner. Really get rich, sing was the honor. Let them be signed, I'm the banner. Yeah, let me be your programmer. Baby, I need you. I wanna get to hold you. Baby, I need you. I wanna be beside you. Baby, I wanna give you all my roses. I wanna buy you all the roses. I wanna give you all the houses. Oh no, 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 no. Girl, you are the time when you want. Girl, you are the way when I'm run. Girl, you know how you go. When I see my dick girl, when I let it go now. Summertime wicked, feel like a stunner. Summertime wicked and I feel like a stunner. I'm your wedding planner. Feel like the love for you. Oh, to be me, I need you. You give me warm and cozy to the winter night. Them in a Finland, them outside. Too cold, too bright. The good as girls when they wanna have a bite. The good as girls me not wanna have a fight. The good as girls, yeah, me future it looks so bright. No,
Are you sure your guitar is in tune?
Yes, I'm sure my guitar is in tune. Alright, so pretty good there. That's the max score. And that was my first try. Pretty cool. I haven't played guitar in, a week. So I was actually, even though that was an easy one, wasn't sure I was going to be able to pull that one off. So anyway, pretty good stuff. Welcome everybody. I see a few more people have joined. We've got Tina. Hey, cool. Rax, Tomic, Dr. S'more. I've never seen that. I've never seen that emote before. That's pretty hilarious. Anyway, Craig, Chrissy, who else is here? Tomic, we've got Purr, we've got Paul, so we've got a whole lots of people here. Awesome. Great to see you guys. And Ryan, who was the first guy to show up. Okay, so alright, so that was pretty easy. I want to get these first couple out of the way, and then I'll talk about double stops a little bit, and then we'll get to some more song playing. So these ones are pretty easy, so level 5 shouldn't be that hard. Actually, I have never played this one, so I probably shouldn't speak too soon. I might suck at this, so we'll see. But I like to get these ones out of the way, and then we can focus on the more difficult ones. Here we go. Okay, I just sort of had to get that one into my head there before I actually played it, so I think I'm good.
See the boy play around like robot. Me wanna see the genuine style where you got. Show me where you got.
Make the right decision.
Alright, that wasn't great.
Well done. You can continue to the next exercise.
Can I? Alright, let's take a look at leaderboards. I forgot to show scores on the previous one. Let me come back to this one. I'll explain that one in a second. I just wanted to show leaderboards here. So we've got Meti, G Bung, and some new names that I don't recognize. Zoro I do. Hello, Potato. Got to be joking, chick flick. Yep, there's a number of new names that I don't recognize here. That's kind of cool. So maybe some new players joining the game. So that's kind of neat. Yeah. Kanji75, I don't, ND Life, there's lots of names I don't recognize, that's kind of cool. Okay. Hello. Alright, let me take a look at this one here. I didn't really explain this one, so I should probably go back to this and explain some things here.
Oh my god.
I think this is really the only part, is where there's a little bit of difficulty in this very first one, which is
Yeah, they have a good time.
that rhythm there, those offbeats. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and so it's like basically
So we get time. See me.
3 and
Summertime
so
weekend.
basically it's 16th notes. So 16th notes is taking a beat and chopping it up into 4. So 1 E and which is could be a little bit tricky if you've never done 16th notes before. So that that pulse of 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and so 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and if you've never done that, that's going to be pretty difficult. But other than that, this one, let me just take a quick look. I think that's about it. Other than that, it's pretty simple, pretty basic rhythm, so there's not a whole lot going on there. So 16th notes. For that one, let me go back to this one, and I'll redo this one more time. That was the first time I played that. And so there's where we're at right now, as far as what scores are. And you can see that I'm only at 67th place. And yeah, some room to improve. Let's try that one again. This one here has some difficult rhythms in the sense of it just bounces around a lot between certain types of subdivisions. So I'll explain this a little bit more. I have to do another full run of this one.
Me no wanna see them boy them play along like idiot. Me no wanna see them boy play around like robot. Me wanna see them
done. You can continue to the next exercise.
Okay, let's take a look. Okay, so I jumped up to 29th place, but still a lot of room for improvement. Again, this one is, I'll go into practice mode. A lot of sort of change-ups. It's all about, you know, once you get into a groove of something, you have to change. It just switches up on you. So that's what's sort of difficult with this one here, is that you can't just sort of turn your brain off and just mindlessly repeat what happened previous, because once you get into a groove of, okay, I understand this rhythm, all of a sudden it switches. So this is about learning all these different types of rhythms and then having to mentally shift for each one. Now, as much as this week's theme is like a reggae theme, this chord progression, and we'll see it a little bit more in the next song, is kind of like it's the chord progression for the James Bond theme. So especially this part right, where are we here? This part right here, this is sort of classic James Bond kind of thing. Kind of neat. I like it. I'm going to do one more run, and then if there's anything more to break down, I will do so.
Almost perfect. Next time, you'll nail it.
So, probably the most difficult part of that one is going to be, let me find it here. And most of this, there's a whole lot of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and, so syncopation. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and that kind of thing. And then fingering wise, so here the rhythm switches up. So 1 and 2 and so like 1 and 2 and then it switches to triplets, or 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Sorry, that's a polyrhythm. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2. That's, I've talked about this rhythm before. Basically, it's two groups of 3 and then 2. It's eighth notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Actually, 16th notes, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and, but they're grouping it in weird groupings. So they're going a group of 3, a group of 3, and then a group of 2. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2. This is the classic. I can't remember the name of the song, but there's another song in Yousician that's sort of like in the style of Clocks from Coldplay. Ba da 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 da. So. So 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2. So that kind of concept. Let me just double check that, just to make sure that I'm not telling you false information. Yeah, that's right. And then this part's pretty tricky here because, again, it doesn't really follow a set pattern. It switches up what the rhythms are. So you really have to be careful of learning how this part goes. And then for me, probably the funnest part of the whole thing is, where are you? I like this part here, but it might be difficult because of the switch ups. I'll rewind that. Pretty cool, pretty neat. I like this one. I think I'm going to play it one more time, and then we'll move on. Just see if I can get that first part gold starred.
We don't wanna see no more them play around like idiot. We wanna see them boy play around like robot. We wanna see the genuine style where you got. Show me where you got.
Almost perfect. Next time, you'll nail it.
Almost perfect. Okay, so I'm pretty much done with that one. Alright, bring on the Riddim treble chords. Okay, this again is classic chord progression for James Bond theme. So, if it sounded familiar to you, that's what it's from. And a whole lot of, for me, the way that I do this is I just mostly keep the barring down. That way I don't have to really think too hard about what I'm doing with my left hand. This sort of ties into, before I start this one, people having questions about doing double stops and barring certain things. So essentially, this If you look at my finger here, I'm doing a whole lot of this folding thing. So a lot of people think that barring is purely straight fingered. That's not always the case. For example, in this example, I'm doing this a lot of the time. So it's hard to see, but it kind of looks like that. I don't know if you can see that. Hold on a second. My cable is caught up here. So I'm doing this. I hope you can see that. You can see that little bend in this finger. I'm not doing a straight finger bar. I'm letting that part of my finger collapse like that. So that's sort of the trick to getting the strength. Whenever you sort of collapse your finger like so, it gives you like a little bit of extra power for certain types of bars. Obviously, for some kind of bars, you have to put your first finger all the way across, and you have no choice. But this is a perfect example of that, of that collapsing action actually gives you a little bit more power. So here we go.
Me no wanna see no boy them play around like idiot. Me no wanna see them boy play around like robot. Me wanna see the genuine style where you got. Show me where you got.
Feeling good, feeling so nice. Bring up the rhythm, bring it on twice. No need to analyze. Make the right decision. Play a musician. Play on, yeah. Feeling so nice. Make the right decision. Play a musician. Feeling good, feeling so nice. Bring up the rhythm, bring it on twice. No need to analyze, no need to capsize. Feeling good, feeling so nice. Bring up the rhythm, bring it on twice. Oh, bring it on twice, yeah.
Almost perfect. Next time, you'll nail it.
Alright, I'm going to do one more run of that. There's really nothing, well, there's not a whole lot going on with this one other than memorizing the shapes. Let's see here. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shapes in total in this one. Some of them get, one of them gets rehashed. For example, this first one, where it's like 10, 11, 12, you're going to play that shape exactly the same except starting at the 5th fret. So that one gets rehashed, but other than that, you just have to memorize every one of these shapes. There's that... I don't remember how that last part goes. But anyway, you can see that that's sort of the James Bond theme. Let me try this one again. I think I can nail it.
Me no see them boy play around like robot. Me wanna see the genuine style where you got. Show me what you got.
Feeling good, feeling so nice. Bring up the rhythm, bring it on twice. No need to analyze. Oh yeah. Make the right decision. Play your musician. Play on, yeah. Feeling so nice. Make the right decision. Play your musician. Feeling good, feeling so nice. Bring up the rhythm, bring it on twice. No need to analyze, no need to capsize. Feeling good, feeling so nice. Bring up the rhythm, bring it on twice. Oh, boy, bring it on twice, yeah.
Okay.
Almost perfect. Next time, you'll nail it.
Speaking of, oh yeah, a couple of people left some perfect scores here. That's doable. I think that's this is one of those ones where there really isn't a whole lot going on rhythmically. So I think you should be able to nail this one as far as getting all perfects all the way through. So I didn't, but I'm okay with that. So I will work on that. I will probably try to get a perfect score on that one. But other than that, I don't think there's a whole lot going on. Okay, arpeggios. Let's see here. Can't really remember this one, to be honest. I'll just go for it and see, and I'll talk about how it works in a bit.
Oh my gosh, yeah, have a good time. Summertime, so we get time. Oh my gosh, yeah, have a good time. Summertime, so we get time. See me? Summertime weekend, and I feel like a stunner. Baby on my side, we secure the honor. When we walk the city streets, it getting warmer. Yeah, let me be your lover if you ain't got no plans. I could be your wedding planner. Really get rich, sing who's the honor. Let me sign, let me banner. Yeah, let me be your programmer. Baby, I need you. I wanna get all you. Baby, I need you. I wanna be beside you. Baby, I wanna give you all my roses. I wanna buy you all the roses. I wanna give you all the houses. Oh no, 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 no. Girl, you are the type where you want. Girl, you everywhere you in a brand. Girl, you know how you go. When I see my nigga, when I that you know now.
one blip.
Almost perfect. Next time, you'll nail it.
So I think that this one's also a doable one, is in the sense of getting a perfect score. I think. That probably isn't a perfect score. I don't think. Usually you don't have a 600 in there with a perfect score, I think. But what do I know? I'm not perfect on the math of it, so I will try that one again. And this one is... What's going on in this one is... I suppose you could finger pick it, but I'm picking it, and I'm doing strict alternate picking. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Down, up, down, up, down, up, and then down, up, down, up, down, up. And then it's a matter of memorizing all the shapes. So if you can't do this, play all of these as chords. Oops. And then the ending. Oops. Yeah. If you can't do that, this one's probably going to be difficult for you to do. So, might be a good idea to go into practice mode and just take a look at all of the shapes. So there, you can pause it and you can just sort of get into your head how that fingering is. And basically placing your fingers and not moving them the entire time that you're playing all of those notes. Let me try this one again.
Almost perfect. Next time, you'll nail it.
That's okay. I'm not going to sit here and do this a billion times to get that perfect score. But other than that, I think I'm just going to leave that one for now. I want to get into some other things. Like, for example, there's some people asked some questions on my YouTube channel. So I wanted to try doing which one here? 30 years later. Somebody had questions on that one. So, oops. Let me dig that one up. And also, I'm going to do some of the the song creator for the song contest. I'm going to do some of those, so I'll play some of the entries for that. Okay, so let's take a look here. Can't quite remember this one, so I'll have to do a little bit of a playthrough just to refresh my memory of what exactly is happening on this one. Okay, so what makes this one difficult is it's bouncing back and forth between playing a melodic line and then a chord shape. So, if we take a look at this, so we have a lick, and then a chord shape. So this is a pretty good song to get you into a certain way of thinking, meaning that even though this is kind of like single notes, I'm not thinking single notes, I'm thinking chord shapes. And then for the G chord, again, there's a melodic line, and then I'm thinking, this is actually, even though this is a G, it's actually the E, open E chord shape. And then I'm just taking that and I'm moving that up to the 4th fret for that one. And then there, that's like the C chord shape, except with different fingers, and then moved up to the 5th fret. And then double stops. Again, someone else, I can't remember who asked me on my YouTube channel, but they asked me about the double stops in this, as well as someone asking about double stops in the Facebook group Yousician Friends. If you haven't joined Yousician Friends, there's a link in the description box, so check that out. Pretty cool stuff. Lots of people sharing their problems and asking questions and offering solutions to their guitar stuff and piano, uke, etc. All of that stuff. So pretty cool group. Check that out. So this here, so the way that I think of that is this finger doesn't move. I'm shifting position. And probably the reason why a lot of people have, part of the reason why a lot of people have problems with double stops isn't necessarily that the double stops themselves are difficult, but it's like planning ahead. It's knowing what finger to move and what finger to not move. For example, in this case, it's important for me to not move my first finger. So that finger is shared between that 5 and 7, 4 and 5. And then this double 5, you have to make a decision of how you want to play it. Some people will play it with 2 different fingers, either with those 2 or even these 2, or doing a bar. And whenever I'm tuning 2 strings, I'm doing that little collapsing thing, again with my index finger. So again, there's different ways of doing this. So what people stumble with when they come up to double stops is they just don't know it's not obvious to them what finger to use. So and sometimes it can be multiple options. So you have to decide for yourself which is going to be your fingering, which is going to be the way that you like to place your fingers. So that can be tricky. For me, it's just experience of having done so many double stops that I can make a decision on those fairly quickly. But sometimes, even for me, I'll have to stop the app and just take a look at the screen and see, and plot things out. How do I want to fret this? So that's really the difficulty in this one here. I don't know if I'm going to spend too much time on this one, delving into every single detail of this, but let me run through a little bit more of it. Okay, this part's pretty tricky. Again, plotting it out. Most people can't look at that on screen and just compute. Okay, I need to put my fingers here, and I'm going to use these fingers. And different people learn different ways. So some people are going to prefer to look up here at the chord map, where you can see, like, above here, where it has the X's on the strings that you don't play. And some people, that's a better visual for them to learn what it is. For other people, looking at the numbers is a better visual for them to learn. So you kind of have to make a choice. I can't, every person is a little bit different, so you kind of have to figure out for yourself. And I figured out for myself just through experience. Uh-oh, here we go. So, have a seat, Jubes. That's right. All right, lie down. Okay, so I've sort of figured out for myself what works for me. Sometimes the numbers work for me. Sometimes the visual map works for me. But again, everyone's different, so you kind of have to discover that on your own. I can't tell you, do it this way over another way, because that might not work for you. So for me, the numbers in this case work fairly well, so I would do that. Whoops. Okay, here's another part here, double stops that you might have difficulty with. So this is sort of tailor-made for hybrid picking. So I'm using a pick on the third string, and I'm using my middle finger on the first string. Do you have to do that? No. You can pick through it. So what I do is I'm holding my middle finger, my second finger, in a manner that mutes the second string, so I can actually play through that. So that's another way of doing it. You can do this with a pick, but that requires your hand being fairly accurate as far as muting technique goes. Oh, goodness. Paul says, give Jews the bass. Yep. Okay, let me finish this one off here. Okay, pretty tricky part here. Okay, that's just fast. Let me try that again. again, plotting that out, and making decisions. Like, for example, this part here, you could do third and fourth finger, or you could do which one's right. Neither one's right. It's personal preference. That's kind of to some people, depending on your personality, that's a really distasteful answer, but it's the truth. Sometimes you have to figure out what your preferred fingering is, what works for you, because what works for me might be really awkward for you. And I've discovered that through the years learning other people's songs. Is I would look at what they do. Like, I used to buy videos of, guitar players that I really liked, and I would watch it and I would look at what they're doing, and it's like, that's just weird. I found what the actual artist that played the song, what he was doing was awkward, and I just changed it for myself. So unfortunately, like I said, for some people that's a really distasteful answer, because it means you have to break things down yourself and make some choices. But that's the way it is sometimes. So anyway, that's pretty much that. Let me and look up some of and play some of the songs that for the entries for the Song Creator Contest. What we've got so far anyway. There's still another week left, so if you're interested in doing that. There are a few in here that don't have backing tracks. So the ones with backing tracks I'm not going to play, because you can't really... They're just not... it's really hard to figure it out. So what I'm punching in here, whoops, what am I doing here? Wrong thing. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna have to get rid of you, Julian. There you go. Okay. Let's see. Take a look. I'm not sure if I play this one. Well, let's try this out.
Well done. You can continue to the next exercise.
Okay, clearly not a whole lot of people have played this, so, and Julian's coming right back. So, okay, so this one does have a backing track, which is great. That helps a lot with learning how to play it. But that sounded like it was done in Guitar Pro, I think, for the backing track. So not a real live backing track on that one. Let's try this one, Rockfall by Mike S.R. Jackson. Alright, let's see how this one is. Okay, that one I'd have to map out. This is a pretty long one. Little bit tricky for me to learn because I can't hear the lead track. And I don't want to sit here and make you guys watch me learn a song by playing it over and over and over again. So let's see if I can find another one that has a backing track that I can hear. Let's try this one. Let's try it again. One more try. Nope. Okay, so that one's not going to work. Actually, that one did work for me before. Let me try that one again. No, that's strange. Okay. I actually like that one. It's a shame. Mr. V. Okay. Let's see how this one is.
Are you sure your guitar is in tune?
I am sure my guitar is in tune. Okay, so not great. Not a whole lot of people have played that one yet as well. So go check these songs out, guys. If you want to know how to search for the song competition, just type in SCC16, and all of the competition songs are going to be prefaced with SCC16. So you'll know that that's for the Song Creator Contest 2016 for the 16. So check these out, guys. Eventually, when they pick the top 3, they will be voting. We will be voting on who we think is top 3 or top 5. Can't remember, but we'll be voting on which ones we like best. I will be entering this. I haven't finished writing the song yet or recording it yet, so I'm pretty strapped for time. So I have to try to get that done by the 19th. So I have some work cut out for me. Let's try a few more. Alright, let's take a look.
Well done. You can continue to the next exercise.
Okay, so, not a whole lot of people play these yet. So, play these songs, guys. They're pretty cool. This one is, there's a couple that are like my faves that I've tried. Actually, this is the first time I've played through it, but that's CJ785, his song, and this one here that I haven't been able to get to work for the downloading. Yeah, for some reason, it doesn't want to do that. But that one's a cool one. I like that one. What else? Let's try Aaron's. I haven't tried this one. I think Paul went off to bed. Night, Paul. Hopefully, I'm not sure if I caught you, but see you later. See you later, dude. Thanks for coming up. And Yousician is in the room. Can I play the acoustic? Yes. I'm not sure what you mean, as in, like, can I play it right now? Probably not, as... Let's see, what time is it? Wow. I am pretty messed up. So what I mean by that is, for me, it feels like super late because I didn't really explain, I don't know if I explained anything. So let me backtrack. A week ago, I sort of missed out on doing a video as well as doing a stream, and that's because I got a really bad toothache. Like my wisdom tooth, my bottom wisdom tooth got infected, and I could barely talk because it really made my jaw sore. So I could barely open my mouth, I could barely talk, and I kid you not, I couldn't even stick like a fork into my mouth, and like I was like eating mashed potatoes, and I thought, well, mashed potatoes, it's pretty soft, it's not going to be that difficult. I could barely get mashed potatoes on a fork into my mouth, and not only that, I couldn't chew it. Like the whole, just the movement of my jaw was just really painful and really stiff. So that's why I've been missing. That's why I didn't have it's been a while since I've really done a stream. And then after that, I went to Disney World for a week. That was a blast. So my body is kind of messed up in the sense of what time it is. Like right now, it feels really late for me. Like it's like 5 o'clock. That's what my body thinks, but it's really 2 o'clock. So I'm sort of going off on a tangent here, but the point being is, yes, I could probably play my acoustic, but it's sort of I've packed it away in the moment. So, and for whatever reason, I was thinking it's going to be too late to play the acoustic, even though it's not that late. It's like 2 in the afternoon. So, anyway, I will do that another time. So, let's see what this song has for me.
done. You can continue to the next exercise.
Woo, long one. Okay, so that would take a while to learn. That's a pretty long song. Like, hold on, not 3 parts, but feels like a lot more. Neat. I think the other ones here, I looked at these other ones here, and I'm pretty sure they don't have any backing tracks, so I'm not going to play that. So, like for example, let's take a look at this one here. I don't think. Yeah, it's just dead silence. So a note to people that are wanting to enter the contest: you're going to have a better chance if you have a backing track. Because right now this would be really, really, really difficult to learn because it's just dead silence. It's really hard to gauge whether or not you're playing things correctly purely by looking at numbers on the screen and then placing numbers on the frets. So that's difficult to do. It's much easier to hear what you're playing. It's much easier to determine, hey, this is correct because it sounds correct. After all, it is music we're striving for, right? If we're trying to play music, we're trying to be able to reproduce a sound. We're not trying to reproduce a fingering and a bunch of numbers on strings. We're trying to reproduce a sound. So if we can't hear anything, it's really hard to learn. So strongly suggest anybody that's entering the contest to try to make sure that there is a backing track. And not just the contest. In general, pretty much whenever I'm looking at user uploads, I pretty much bail in like half a second. If there's no backing track, I'm pretty much not going to play your user upload because it's too hard. It's too hard figuring out what it is I'm trying to play because I can hear nothing. So it just doesn't really it's just too hard. It's just too hard to as simple as that to learn those things. So anyway, let me take a look at the time here. So it is 2:15 and I am, to be honest, burning out a little bit. So let me take a look if there's any questions you guys have. Yes. Cowbell, yeah. So an intro, yes. Even just starting it off, either starting it off as a count in. That's another thing. Having a count in is pretty crucial to being able to play something well. So sometimes even when there is a backing track and it doesn't give you a count in, you just have to start instantaneously. Like, you've already got a red. You're not going to be able to get a good run of that because you're not prepared. You're like, if you're using a computer, you're going to click on the mouse button. If it's already started, your hand is not on the guitar to play that note or notes that are coming up on the screen. So making sure there's a count in of at least 4 beats of 1, 2, 3, 4. That way you can click the mouse, start it 1, 2, 3, 4, and then start playing. So pretty crucial. And like I said, I downvote songs that don't have backing tracks because it's just, I'm not going to play it. There's no point in playing it if I can't hear it. So pretty important. Let me take a look here. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, otherwise I think it's getting close to me wrapping this up. Let me take a look here. Oh boy, there's some funny stuff, and my cat's going crazy anyway. So if you guys have got any questions, I will give you a few seconds to give me a question and maybe try to, get my cat to shut his yap. Otherwise, I think I'll wrap it up. Yeah. And like I said, my body is not working properly. Just I'm in a different. My body's still in a different time zone. So yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up because my cat is going to interrupt, and I think this means that he wants food because actually he's been pretty sucky because I've been away for a week. So that's part of why he's been sort of demanding my attention. So doesn't seem to be much for questions, so I think I'm gonna wrap it up, guys. There will be a video coming this week, just so you know. on Wednesday. So look forward to that. Check that out. If you are, again, if you haven't, if you're new to this stream, check out the Yousician app. There's a link in the download. If you haven't joined the Facebook page, it's called Yousician Friends. There's a link in the, I said link in the download. There's a link for the download. For the Yousician Friends, there is a link in the description box for that. And if you can go to my Patreon page, that would be great. There's a link for that as well. If you guys can become a patron, that'd be amazing and awesome. But yeah, my brain is sort of checking out here, so I think I'm going to wrap it up. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. I'll be doing another stream next week, same time, same place. It'll be Sunday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I'll be doing another weekly challenge. So yeah, I'll be signing out. Julian says goodbye, and my brain says I'm done. So thanks a lot for coming, guys. We'll see you next week.